O Z Y W O M B podcast. I'm Shan.
I'm Aria.
Say Ari.
Abby.
Welcome to Cozy Womb Podcast. Let's go. Hey, this is Shan, mom of the girls. Thank you for checking in. If this is your first time at Cozy Womb Podcast, welcome. It's a very random but frequently posted show. Enjoy what you can when you can. It's for new parents. Y'all are very welcome. It's for second, third, or more time around parents too. And I did not forget those of you who aren't quite there yet, haven't had your first kid, but you're thinking about it and you're just curious on what it takes to go ahead and survive the kids that you may make. Cool. Since we're all here, let's get into today's episode. Whew. Being an amazing mom is cool. It's a lot of work. It's hustle. It's planning. It's giving. It's setting aside time. It's creating time when there's no time. It's choosing to do something for your kids over doing something for yourself. It's fun sometimes, and it's stressful at other times, and I don't know, I love it, but at the same time, when it's stressful, when it's pulling me in multiple directions, I have outbursts, and those outbursts include the forbidden word or words: shut up. Now, don't get me wrong. I love my kids. I've tried be quiet. It doesn't have the same oomph. I've tried shh. It doesn't have the same oomph. I've tried, can you use your inside voices? That goes in one ear and not the other. I've tried tapping. I've tried signaling with hands. I've tried faces. It's not working. So what I had to do was use the words, the tone of shut up. When I say shut up in that way, I'm saying, you know what? I'm at my last straw. I don't have any more patience with you. If you do not shut up, I'm physically going to come over there and grab you up. I don't care where we are. I don't care where you're at. I'm going to come and get your body. Now, when I say shut up really quick, that means, hey, I already asked you. You're still doing it, and you're doing it because we're in public and you think I'm going to come grab you up. That's that shut up. But I don't understand like how you can use a different word and have the same outcome with your kids in the same form of understanding, because they don't get it. And when you're not around and somebody wants them to be quiet, whether it's another kid or it's I'm not going to say a teacher, because a teacher would never tell students to say it in that tone. I would say an older kid or a cousin or an uncle or an aunt, or they're just being really rude and they're pushing their buttons with other people in the world, they are going to tell them to shut up, because shut up is a real word. Shut up is a phrase that is understood globally, that it's time for you to be quiet. It's time for you to stop talking. It's time for you to stop making that noise. It's time for you to watch what you just said. It's time for you to be on alert. It's time for you to understand that if you keep talking in the way that you're talking, or you keep saying the things that you're saying, there's going to be some type of consequence. So I don't look down on the word shut up in my house. Shut up is used very frequently in my house. And the con of that is, yes, my 2-year-old does say shut up. But she understands when to use a word, which tells me she understands that I'm telling her to shut up. Because sometimes she is screaming for attention, not because she needs something. Put that in the trash. Sometimes she is screaming for attention and not screaming for something she needs. She's screaming for something she wants. And the way that she's screaming in a way to get on your nerves. And I know she knows because she's looking at me directly in the eye, and she's still going when she doesn't have to. And sometimes even when you give your child something to appease them, they'll still whine. Go ask Anya for what. They'll still whine, and you still have to let them know, hey, you're being annoying, because reality is your kids are going to be annoying to other kids. Your kids are going to be annoying to other teenagers, other young adults, other parents, other teachers, and just people in public, because they think they could get away with it. And the fact is, sometimes you're going to have to learn to shut up. Even as an adult, I have to learn to shut up sometimes because I'm not listening. Something's being said that I probably really need. And yeah, after the fact, I'm just like, damn, they just told me to shut up. But sometimes shut up is the way to get your point across. Sometimes shut up has to be used. And I even like my 5-year-old, when she be like, why did you have to tell me to shut up? I said, well, you weren't listening when I asked you nicely the first time. Would you please stop? Can you quiet down? You're being too loud. Stop yelling. We're in the store. Sometimes that shut up is just coming out of frustration. Sometimes that shut up is when I'm at edge and I don't know what else to say to you for you to get to the point that I do not want to hear you. Can you just be here and be silent? What, Ari? Sometimes kids just don't listen for the sake of not listening. And it's okay that you say shut up. They're not going to hate you for the rest of your life, but they're going to understand that you have limits. They're going to understand that that thing that they want to do is annoying and they probably shouldn't do it, or they're going to get yelled at. And I just don't want parents out here feeling guilty for saying the word shut up. I mean, yes, it's a teaching tool because you got to teach your kids that they can't just say it to any and everybody. And when they have brothers and sisters or sisters and sisters and they're telling each other to shut up, sometimes, yes, I have to check them. But if me as a mother finds that my children are being very, very rude, very, very loud, and this is my 3rd or 4th time telling them to be quiet, to quiet down, or to stop, I'm going to use the word shut up. And there's nobody on this earth that's going to make me feel guilty from using the word shut up with my kids, because it's out of frustration. It's out of me not having any more patience left. And I think the older you get as a mom or as a father, you learn to have more patience with your kids. But hey, I'm not there yet. And yes, I do take care of my kids. I love my kids. I hug my kids. I have fun times with my kids. But I do take great pride in telling my kids to shut up when they need to be quiet. And they're not listening. And they're being rude. And they're screaming at the top of their lungs. Because I never wanted to be that person in a store where my kids are just acting like they've never been in the store before and they're screaming at the top of their lungs. I never wanted to be that person on a flight where their kids are screaming at the top of their lungs and yelling like they've never been somewhere where they need to be quiet and they need to calm down. I never wanted to be that mother that had kids in a restaurant and that kid is just screaming, yelling, singing really loud, and we're indoors and other people can't even hear, conversations that's happening at their table. I will gladly tell my child to shut up. And if you feel offended and I'm around and you're around me and you're not with me and you don't know me and I tell my kid to shut up, the best thing for you to do is to mind yours or remove yourself from the situation if you're uncomfortable. But until you have to be challenged like I have to be challenged, be wanted, like I have to be wanted as soon as I wake up. Even today is Saturday, and I've been up since like 7 a.m. listening to screaming, banging, yelling, running. You're going to use the word shut up. It's alright. I mean, teach your kids when and when not to use it. But society's going to use that word. And to me, it's better than me cussing at kids. It's better than me always hitting kids. It's better than me just being very confrontational about everything kids do. If they understand that, hey, mom's not joking anymore, to be quiet, or she's going to come over here. Listen, I've done my job. I've done my work. I don't feel guilty, so don't mind me. But you find your methods. If you have another method and it works with your kids, cool. I know what works with my kids. And I don't know. I just want them to be well-rounded and understand that somebody telling you to shut up is not the end of the world. But it's a good time for you to take in consideration that there's other people around you, and not to be selfish with your value, not to be selfish with their time, and not to be selfish with the fact that you don't always have to be the loudest in the room to be heard. That's all. My name is Shan. Toodles. You gonna say bye, Ari?
Bye.
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 Thank you for still listening. Got any advice or just want to ask anything? You can reach me on IG at Cozy Womb Mama or at whoisshan.com, or you can email me at cozywombbmama@gmail.com. Thanks.